I love the fact that I don't have to go 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're recording.
I just wondered if her voice shows up on the recording.
It doesn't. I listened to the first episode.
All right. For those of you who are just listening to this now, our Zoom meeting starts with, "This meeting is being recorded." So, anyhow, it's very funny because I have to consent to being recorded on my own show. All right. So, Brett, let's get to, where the strikers are going. And before I do that, actually, I noticed that a lot of the soccer show commercials I'm watching now have, and we're not big enough yet on YouTube. We're getting there, folks. Thank you, one person at a time. We're a long way off from 2010 when we had 1 million views in a year, but we're working on it. But a lot of the guys that have these shows, they're doing the what's the trimming, the ball trimming commercials? Manscaped. That's right. And we are not being sponsored by Manscaped. That's not why I'm bringing this up.
We could be. Manscaped, give us a call.
Manscaped, give us a call. But yeah, I watched one today. I think I was watching Pete's show, and that came up. And it was a guy playing billiards, or for you Americans, pool. And of course, he had all these glossy balls on his table, and he was making all these trimming balls references during the commercials. So if we're gonna have those commercials, Brett, I'm really hoping it'll be those. The sort of trimming balls commercials.
I think that goes nicely with our show.
I think so. I think it's well paired, if you will. So let's get to so we got these strikers, right? I'm gonna name 4 of them.
Few of them.
That we're excited. You say few, I say 4. And the question is, where are they going? We know the answer to one of the 4. We know Siabachu was re-signed or signed away from Rennes. He is now Young Boys for next season, and so he'll be there for at least 2 or 3 seasons with Young Boys. And the reason Young Boys had to make that choice is they're going to the Champions League next season, and they don't want to get embarrassed, and they're losing another one of their top strikers who's going elsewhere. Is being bought, or they're presuming he's going to be bought. So they're keeping Jordan, and so we don't have to talk about Jordan. We know where he's going, but we do have to talk about Hoppe, Brett. Matthew Hoppe. People are saying you got to leave Schalke. Well, I don't think he will, because I think Schalke is going to do everything they can to get right back up next season, because they can't afford to stay down in 2 Bundesliga. So I don't think they're going to sell Matthew Hoppe.
Well, Schalke has a couple of youth players that are getting interest elsewhere. So who they sell, what they sell, when they sell is going to be a big question. I mean, they were already in massive debt prior to COVID hitting. So I mean, it's possible that Hoppe might get a transfer out, but it's not really up to him in that sense, because he literally just re-signed with them.
Yeah. So, I don't think he has much choice in the matter, and there's a reason they signed him. I think they pretty much knew they were going down. And I do think, if you notice in the last 2 games for Schalke, they played a bunch of their younger kids, and they played better than their guys they've been playing all season. They actually competed. They actually competed in those last 2 games. They won one of them and lost another, and Hoppe got tons of playing time in those 2 games. Scored a goal in one of them. So I think they're going to hold on to him. I think they still think they can get back, but you're right. They are in financial straits, but the contracts they have with some of those young players aren't horrible. So they're going to be able to hold on to them. And I think they're going to do everything they can to hold on to Hoppe.
But so as far as contemplation, as far as where the transfer may occur, as of the end of February, Hoppe was being monitored by Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Tottenham, teams in Italy and Spain. I mean, again, Schalke is riddled with debt, and they were like 175 million euro in debt prior to COVID. So, I mean, it's possible they may look at these youth players and opting them out. What?
Hey, can you read that?
The list?
the list of teams, and give me a break after you say the name of the team that was interested in Matthew Hoppe. Go ahead.
Liverpool. Man United. Man City. Tottenham. Teams in Italy and Spain.
Yeah, maybe some lower ones. Yeah. No, I'm just saying those other ones. Don't trust those when you read them in the press.
I'm sure they're monitoring everybody. I mean, that's why when you're one of the top teams in the top leagues, I'm sure you have eyes on just about any promising youth players. And quite frankly, even Bundesliga.com has listed Hoppe as one of their top 10 players or U21 players.
Yeah, I get it.
So I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's going anywhere. What I'm saying is that it's possible that he has options to go somewhere, but whether or not Schalke bite or if they're actively shopping him around, who knows?
But honestly, those first 5 games you listed are a joke. There's no way.
They're looking at everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming on you. You're just reporting what the reporters are reporting.
I'm sure PSG's in there somewhere too.
I'm sure, every top Bundesliga team too. It's not going to happen, folks. It's just not. I know that Hoppe did some nice things this season, but nobody's going to do that. No, none of those teams are going to do that. It's like saying, there's a girl 6 houses down that loves my dog, and it's like me saying she monitors my dog walking schedule so she can come out and pet Gizmo. Okay, it's not. If I thought
if
that,
she does,
no,
run away.
I'd be a weirdo if I actually thought that. So people don't think that. If it happens, I will gladly beg for forgiveness.
I think this is actually This is actually stating that you're the one stalking her now.
No, Brett, let's not do that.
Weird that you're coming out the door the same time I am.
I don't need any trouble. All right. No, I am not stalking her. All right, so let's go to Josh Sargent. Now, there's a guy Werder Bremen's probably at least open to releasing.
Open, please. He's going to be their biggest sell. Absolutely.
Could be. So what's the rumorville saying?
Frankfurt, Gladbach,
yep.
Stuttgart,
yep.
Leverkusen.
Yep.
Those are the big ones. But you know what? If you believe the posters on Twitter and Soccer by Ives, they all believe that he should go to Holland.
What?
Yeah, he should go to Holland.
No, he should not go to Holland unless it's Ajax. That's it. It's Ajax or bust if you go to Holland.
Why? That's my question. Is why? He's proven that he can handle Bundesliga. Give him a midfield that services him. He could be a quality striker. I'm not saying he's going to be the top striker. I'm just saying he's going to be a quality striker in the Bundesliga that's going to do well for some team.
Who are these idiots? You go to Holland to get signed to a Bundesliga team. You don't go to Bundesliga to get signed by a fucking Eredivisie team. That's not how this works, people.
He would score 30 goals for that Dutch team,
It would be like Josie all over again in the Dutch league. And what did that prove? Nothing. No, all the teams you mentioned are legit buyers of Sargent. And they all have a good reason to, because some of them are going to lose some of their best players up top because some of them are very good, especially Bayer Leverkusen. So they're going to lose some strikers. They're going to need to add a very quality technical striker like Josh Sargent. He's still got things to learn. I'm not saying he's a fucking awesome 100% the greatest thing since sliced cheese or anything like that, or bread. I'm just saying, yes, he's a legit talent. And somebody's going to pick up on this. I do not think he's going to England, and I wouldn't even want him to go to England.
He's doing so well in Bundesliga as far as just developing as a player, and I'm fine with him there. Bundesliga has been kind to American players, so if one of these teams snatch him up, more power to them.
He just became a legit German speaker a year ago. Why is he going to ruin that? he wasted all that time learning to speak German, and now you're going to tell him to just go to England? He already knows the English language. That's boring. No, stay in Germany. That's where your future is.
He could learn a couple new words in England that he didn't know in the United States.
Like wellies. Wellies? You know what that is? You know what wellies are?
I've heard of them. I don't know what it is.
They're boots.
Oh,
That's what they call boots. Yep, that's what they call boots in England. They say advertisement.
The loo.
Yep. What's that?
Loo.
Yep, that's the shitter.
Yeah. I mean, all sorts of new stuff.
And then when you get in line
he could get into the English cuisine, like, spotted dick.
Yeah, that's not a cuisine, Brett. That's what they call those firehouse dogs. It is. That's what they call them. What are they called? What are the spotted white dogs that are
Dalmatians?
Dalmatians. That's what they call Dalmatians. Spotted dicks.
Spotted dick.
They don't eat him. They don't eat them though.
It's a dessert. It's a dessert. It's a custard dessert. I think
it
custard.
Is?
Yeah, there's a dessert called spotted dick.
Wow. I thought I knew all the British slang. I guess not.
Yeah, it's a joke in what the fuck's that movie called now? Oh, I can't think of the name of the movie. I know who's in it though. But regardless, it's I think it's a custard dessert, but I may be wrong on the custard aspect.
My guess is a white custard sprinkled with chocolate speckles or something. So it looks like a Dalmatian, which they call a spotted dick. So I'm not even kidding.
The 12-year-old segment of our show.
I don't think there's anything wrong with saying spotted dick, because that's a legit name for the That is a legit second name for the Dalmatian in many countries in the world. Geez, we've really sidetracked. All right, speaking of dicks,
well,
no, that's
you mispronounced his name. Come on.
Yeah, that was a horrible transition on my part. Okay, let's be nice to Daryl Dike. Daryl Dike is also looking he's going back to Orlando. His loan is over. He had a great stretch. He ended kind of like the end of a balloon. The air comes out when you're pressing against it, when it was just got a little bit of air left, and it didn't end well. Barnsley did not get past the first round of the promotion playoffs. And so, where does DK go from now? Where are you hearing, Brett?
Well, DK has interest with Newcastle.
Possible.
West Ham.
Possible.
Wolverhampton.
It's very possible.
Leeds.
Especially since their Mexican strikers got all that brain damage, and we don't know if he's going to come back to Wolverhampton. So, yeah.
But Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds has that one guy who's like a total Nimrod, but he scores all the time. Maybe.
And Everton.
All possible, I think, for DK. How much playing time he would get away? Very questionable.
Depends on the team, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Wolves and Everton.
Here's the big thing, though. Orlando has flat out come out and stated that they want a transfer fee of £17 million.
That's absurd.
Yeah. That's why Barnes is like, well, it was good while it lasted.
17 million? That is ridiculous. Yeah. So they went from 6 to 12 to 17. That's just absurd.
He kept scoring goals, and they said, well, we'll just add another million, another million, another
a million for every goal.
Million.
A million. Well, if that's the case, DK's going probably not very far, because that's an absurd asking price for a guy who just had like a 4-month stretch of great play in the championship. And that's been done before. But, how does it translate to the Premier League? That's a whole different question. So, yeah, I'm not sure that's going to happen. Yeah, I think we're done here.
Yep.
All right. Until the next time on the Straight Right Card, make sure you're trimming your balls.